Belly, you hit your head. I think you're confused.
I know what I saw.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 mistakes that were left in the Twilight movies.
Carlo, you have friends all around the world.
I won't ask them to fight.
Not fight, witness.
Remarkable. She confounds us all.
It's very common. You can Google it.
For this list, we'll be looking at continuity and editing errors from the Twilight Saga films. Which of these did you pick up on? Let us know in the comments. Number 10, Alice's Scarf, The Twilight Saga, New Moon. In the second movie, Bella is reluctant to make a big deal out of her birthday.
Happy birthday!
Of course, it's largely because her boyfriend is an immortal vampire and the thought of aging now freaks her out.
I think 18 is a little young to start worrying about that.
It's 1 year older than you.
No, it isn't. I'm 109.
Wow. Maybe I shouldn't be dating such an old man.
But Alice is determined to celebrate. As she's giving Bella her gift and convincing her to accept an invite to the Cullen residence, something odd happens. Her scarf won't stop changing styles. It seems the scene was filmed during 2 separate instances, and somebody failed to make sure the accessory matched up between shots. It all got stitched together in post-production, and we got a scarf that can't decide what it wants to look like as a result.
Sorry, Bella. Happy... Never mind.
Number 9, Bella's blood pressure, Twilight. After Edward saves her from a potentially serious accident in the school parking lot, Bella gets checked out at the hospital.
Bella, you okay? You and I are gonna talk. You alright?
I'm fine, Dad. Calm down.
Naturally, this involves having her blood pressure taken. It's done quickly, and we clearly see the cuff get removed by the nurse. She even talks to Charlie with her arm visibly free right after. Yet in the following shots, you can see that the machine is magically back on her arm, even though nobody is taking her blood pressure at this point. Then, when Carlisle walks in, it has once again vanished.
Charlie? I got this one, Jackie.
Bella's blood pressure was likely normal, but we might need to get ours checked after watching this scene.
Belly, you hit your head. I think you're confused.
I know what I saw.
Number 8, changing positions. The Twilight Saga, New Moon. As Bella and Edward head to see the members of the Volturi, the suspense in the air is palpable.
The girl comes with us.
No, you can go to hell.
Come on, guys. It's a festival. We wouldn't want to make a scene.
From the moment they step out of the elevator, everyone is on edge. As they walk down the seemingly never-ending hallway, Bella is on the right of the screen and Edward is on the left. Yet when they enter the room, Edward has suddenly teleported himself to the right side of the screen and Bella is now on the left.
What a happy surprise.
Sure, vampires move fast, but it seems pretty unlikely that they randomly decided to switch sides. Instead, somebody likely got their left and right confused, which led to this mix-up.
Remarkable.
Number 7, a self-cleaning Jeep, Twilight. As Bella and Edward pull up to the family baseball game, the Jeep that they are in is visibly dirty. It is a muddy field after all. Pretty soon, Laurent, Victoria and James show up and ruin the Cullens' good time.
You brought a snack. A human? The girl is with us.
Edward realises that the latter vampire is a tracker who is now obsessed with hunting Bella.
My reaction to field set him off. I just made this his most exciting game ever.
Needless to say, they have to move fast. As the couple rush off in the Jeep, it's still muddy. Yet in the next scene, as we see them speeding through even more dirt in the woods, it's suddenly spotless. Where can we find a car with this feature?
Oh my gosh! This is perfect. I'm joking. Oh, sorry.
Number 6, Moving Fingers. The Twilight Saga, Breaking Dawn Part 2. In the final film, Edward and Bella must convince Aro and the Volturi that Renesmee is not an immortal child.
Carlo, you have friends all around the world.
I won't ask them to fight.
Not fight, witness. If enough people knew the truth, maybe we could convince the Volturi to listen.
She was conceived while Bella was still human, so the couple didn't break any rules.
Artifice.
I will collect every facet of the truth.
Luckily, Renesmee has the power to literally prove this to Aro. What's interesting is her hand placement on his face as she does so. When the shot's focal point is Aro, we see Renesmee's fingers clearly. She places them down on his cheek. Yet when the vantage point shifts to her face, her hand has moved. Then, as the shot switches back to the first angle, Renesmee's fingers are back where they originally were. This may be a minor error, but it's still pretty hard to unsee. Number 5. The Smudged Page. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. When Jasper and Alice unexpectedly take off, everyone is confused.
They've left us.
Why?
She didn't say.
The note she leaves on a torn-out book page is helpful, but it doesn't tell the whole story. The fact that she chose the title page from The Merchant of Venice is significant though, and Bella can sense that there's more going on.
Alice's instructions were clear, but the question remained. Why would she and Jasper leave at the moment we needed them most? What did they know?
As she looks at the note again, it's in pristine condition, just as it was when they first found it. But when Bella grabs the novel it came from to investigate further, the page is suddenly stained. Bella ends up finding her answer as Alice left a separate message for her eyes only in the book, but this mistake left us with more questions than anything else.
Alice made sure only I would get the message, because only my mind would be safe from Aro.
Number 4. Spelling Apotamkin. Twilight. At this point in the first movie, Bella is determined to figure out who or what Edward really is.
I have considered radioactive spiders and kryptonite.
It's all superhero stuff, right? What if I'm not the hero? What if I'm the bad guy?
After she reads about the Cold One in her new book, she decides to start investigating online.
Cold One.
She finds an article about the species also known as the Apotamkin, spelled without a second P, so she clicks on the link to read it. But on the webpage, the spelling of the word has suddenly changed. The article title reads Apotamkin, with the second P after the M. We get it, spellings can vary on the internet. But we don't think expecting a little consistency from a single source is too much to ask for here.
It's very common. You can Google it.
Number 3. Victoria's Corpse. The Twilight Saga Eclipse. To say that Victoria is not Edward and Bella's biggest fan is a pretty big understatement. She's determined to take them down.
She only created you and this army to avenge her true mate, James. It's the only thing she cares about.
Things really come to a head in the last part of the Twilight Saga Eclipse.
You want me to feel the pain you felt when I killed James? When I tore him to pieces. When I turned him into ash.
As she and Edward fight each other, it's unclear who's going to win. But after Bella cuts herself to distract Victoria, things get a little easier and Edward ultimately kills her. Pay close attention to her eyes when he does. They're open, and stay that way as her head hits the snow. Yet the next time we see her, they're suddenly shut. As far as we know, vampires don't have the ability to magically close their eyes once they're dead, so this feels like a pretty big oversight.
The Volturi don't give second chances. Keep that in mind.
Number 2. A Migrating Book. The Twilight Saga New Moon. When Bella wakes up at the start of New Moon, the classic story of Romeo and Juliet is sitting neatly by her head. Yet it doesn't stay on her pillow when Charlie arrives bearing gifts to celebrate her birthday. There is a brief moment where the shot focuses on Bella's dad and she is off screen. At first we thought maybe she used that moment to quickly move the novel.
We coordinated. Well, she coordinated me.
But as the scene progresses, it resurfaces right next to Bella, just as suddenly as it had vanished. Either this book has some seriously magical properties, or somebody really dropped the ball here.
Happy birthday.
It's really funny.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honourable mentions. Outfit change mishap. Twilight. The character's grey vest vanishes.
Nice ride.
Thanks.
Good one.
A fake phone call. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 1. Bella's lock screen is still visible when she calls Rosalie.
Rosalie.
A travelling dreamcatcher. The Twilight Saga New Moon. It magically moves on Bella's headboard. Changing shoes. The Twilight Saga Breaking Dawn Part 2. Bella's heel disappeared during battle. Some visible equipment. Twilight. Pay close attention to Bella's car window.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Bella's oxygen tube. Twilight. After an intense confrontation with James in the ballet studio, Bella winds up in the hospital.
Edward, stop. Her blood is clean, you're killing her.
As she begins to regain consciousness, the camera is zeroed in on her face. Her oxygen tube is placed so high on her face, it's essentially brushing up against her eyelashes. We're not doctors, but that just looks bizarre. What's worse, when the shot subsequently pans out, the nasal cannula has suddenly moved to the correct position.
Mom. Where is he? Where's Edward?
And this happens more than once throughout the scene. It's as though they placed Bella's oxygen tube higher up for dramatic effect during the close-ups.
Yeah, that sounds like me. Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
But the difference between the shots is glaring, which makes the whole thing look rather silly.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.